Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Dear students, Assalamu alaikum. I am Nasib Zada, Senior Subject Specialist in Chemistry, and you are watching my YouTube channel. Students ka tasu wadi channel bani nivi ai, no channel subscribe kai, bell icon press kai, چې تاسو ته on time the new videos notification راځي. نن زمونږه ټاپک دی کیمیکل ایکویلیبریم چپټر نمبر 7 کلاس فرست ایئر. ډیر امپورټنٹ ټاپک دی، ډیر بیسکس دی پکې، ډیر کانسپټ دی پکې. کیمیکل ایکویلیبریم با ډیفاین کو، د کیمیکل ایکویلیبریم ټایپس به وایو، کیمیکل ریاکشن به وایو، د کیمیکل ریاکشن ټایپس ریورسیبل irreversible به ډسکس کو، dynamic equilibrium state بوایو او سره a lot of examples. Let's start the new topic. Chemical equilibrium. Chemical equilibrium. Chapter number 7. Class first year. کله چې د chemicals په منځ کې equilibrium exist شي، د chemical species په منځ کې، د chemical substances په منځ کې، نو دغه ته chemical equilibrium وایي. د chemical equilibrium نه مخکې به بیکګراوند ډسکس کوو chemical reaction، ځکه چې chemical equilibrium یا equilibrium state exist کیږي نو په reversible reaction کې exist کیږي. نو first we have to discuss chemical reaction. What is chemical reaction? Chemical reaction can be defined as the process during which all substances matlab reactants disappears and new substances matlab products are appeared is known as chemical reaction. داسې یو پروسس چې په هغې کې کم اولډ میټیریلز یي، مطلب ریاکټنټس موږ والو، هغه ډساپیر شي، غایب شي، او new materials products appear شي، نمودار شي. This whole process is known as chemical reaction, or it can also be defined as the process during which chemical change occur in nature and composition tarkib of a substance and or substances is known as chemical reaction. داسې یو پروسس چې د هغې په دوران کې کوم ریاکشنز موږ اخیستي، د هغې په ترکیب، کمپوزیشن او نیچر، ماهیت، نوعیت، هغې کې چینجز راشي، چینج شي، ټوټلی چینج شي، او چې کوم نیو پروډکټ جوړ شي نو د هغې کمپوزیشن او سره نیچر هغه ډفرنټ وي، نو دې پروسس ته هم کیمیکل ریاکشن وایي. فار ایگزامپل، hydrogen gas when combined with oxygen gas in a closed container and ignited, it form water. This is a chemical process. This is a chemical reaction. During this reaction, all substances, hydrogen and oxygen gases disappears, and new substance water is appeared. This is called chemical reaction. During this process, chemical change occur in nature of reactants. The reactants पर nature और composition के change राजी. देसा मतलब शो. दे मतलब दारे ची hydrogen nature दारे ची it is inflammable. आग पकड़ने वाला orally. oxygen helps in burning ورته زي water extinguishes fire اور وجني نو د دې هغه nature inflammability helps in burning هغه change او product چې جوړ شي د هغې properties totally reactants نه بدلي هغه بیا اور وجني hydrogen in gaseous state oxygen in gaseous state water in liquid state vapors کې هم کېدی شي خو نارمل کنډیشن خبره کو دا لیکوډ فارم کې فزیکل سټیټ هم چینج شو دې سره کمپوزیشن هم چینج شي hydrogen molecule composition day 2 hydrogen atoms are connected by single covalent bond 2 oxygen atoms are connected by double covalent bond but in water this composition changes hydrogen oxygen new bonds produce شي کوم چې دلته hydrogen oxygen bond نشته نو د دې هغه ترکیب composition هم change شو this whole process is known as chemical reaction Next students types of chemical reaction طرف ته ځو types of chemical reaction ډیر زیات دي neutralization reaction دی precipitation reaction دی displacement reaction دی redox reactions دي addition reactions دي خو دلته د چپټر سره چې کوم related chemical reactions دي د کوم په بیس چې موږ chemical equilibrium explain کوو نو two types به discuss کوو او بیا به زموږ focus هي په reversible reaction نو there are two main types of chemical reactions first one irreversible chemical reaction and the second one a reversible chemical reaction first one irreversible chemical reactions چې هغه ریورس کیږي نه irreversibly یو ځل پروډکټس جوړ شي هغه پروډکټس دومره سټیبلی چې واپس په دغه سیم کنډیشنز باندې ریاکټنټس ته نه کنورټ کیږي chemical reactions in which reactants are completely converted into products and the products are not converted back into reactants under the same conditions. Such chemical reactions are called irreversible chemical reactions. Are chemical reactions which proceed आगे बढ़ना only in the forward direction and are completely converted into products अगर chemical reactions چې هغه صرف forward direction کې products جوړي خو products دومره stably چې under similar conditions these are not converted back into reactants so such chemical reactions are called irreversible chemical reactions irreversible chemical reactions के reactants completely convert कीगी products था and the products are not converted back into the reactants under the same conditions. The irreversible chemical reactions so characteristic दी خصوصیات दी अगर characters first one दा दी چې these are represented by double-headed single arrow यो character इदारे and this arrow will be pointing from reactants towards products. Second one character for irreversible reaction is these reactions are unidirectional reactions. They proceeds only in one direction. Third character, these reaction goes to completion. دا به کمپلیټ کیږي چې کله ریاکټنټس ختم شي ریاکشن به سټاپ شي او پروډکټس به جوړ شي چونکه په سیملر کنډیشن هغه پروډکټ سټیبلی واپس ریاکټنټس ته نه کنورټ کیږي نو دے ویل کمپلیټ دا به کمپلیټ کیږي فورث کریکټر د دې لپاره no equilibrium state can exist. No equilibrium state can exist. देखिए बा equilibrium state न exist कीगी जगह ची products वापस reactants था convert कीगी ना the irreversible reaction दफारा container open hun की देशी container can be open or closed can be open container or closed container दोनों की देशी depend कई the products of the reactants पागा nature का दगा फरस के gases दी ने बिया बा closed container use को in order to contain the products and in order not to escape the products or reactants which are in gaseous state out of the container. No closed container बा पर nature बानी depend कई देना अलावा बल character दारे ची products are more stable than reactants. Products are more stable than reactants. Products चिकम जूट ची अगर reactants ना ज़्याद stable. The देवजिना पर under similar conditions of temperature and pressure वापस देखी reversibility नहीं and these cannot be converted back into reactants. Example तरफ तो जो students examples of irreversible chemical reactions. First one example, the chemical reaction the fara when sodium metal is placed over the surface of water. Sodium in solid state, soft solid day, kalache water the air ku quickly reacts with water and form sodium hydroxide and hydrogen gas is released. Now, a solution. This is irreversible chemical reaction. We have the balance to 2, 2, and 2. Yo examples हम सारा दाया हो दे. नदी मतलब दारे कि आगे chemical reactions कि पागे के unreacted products जुड़ शी. कि कम products जुड़ शु नुदा reaction दोबारा न कई. Unreacting products. Other chemical reactions ba irreversibly. Same examples among Sara, the irreversible chemical reactions, silver nitrate salt, soluble salt, plus sodium chloride, another salt, soluble salt. The didwanu salt solutions ka paras kamangawalu, sodium chloride equals solution and silver nitrate equals solution. Solution की बता पाओ ionic form की दोनों solution mix को देने पर जो exchange of cation and anion बहुशी silver ion will combine with chloride ion it will form silver chloride which will be in the form of precipitate and will settle down. Sodium ion and nitrate ion will be still in solution. The highly soluble salt है दबा उसम solution की reaction बा न कई. These reactions are called precipitation reactions, during which precipitate is formed. What is precipitate? The insoluble material formed during a chemical reaction which settle down at the bottom of the container is known as precipitate rasoob ya कीचड़ होता हुई. Such reactions are called precipitation reactions. Precipitation reactions. अदी मतलब है कि precipitation reactions are also irreversible because the precipitates are more stable and they are not converted back into reactants under similar conditions. Next example, students. H2SO4 solution का फरस का मंगवालू AQ और देते ऐड को zinc pieces in solid state दा combine कीगी zinc sulfate जोड़ाई ZnSO4 salt soluble salt equals form की and hydrogen gas is released. This is also the example of irreversible chemical reaction. This reaction is called displacement reaction. No पदी category के displacement reaction हम राजी. Displacement reaction. पदे के zinc hydrogen displace कई. That's why such reactions are called displacement reactions. Another example of irreversible reaction is hydrochloric acid when dissolved in water, aqueous solution, sodium hydroxide a strong base, solid state की दागे aqueous solution जोड़ को ionization बूश. Two solutions mix को यो acidic solution यो basic solution. Sodium chloride salt पे जोड़ेगी highly soluble salt है, it will be in solution state plus hydrogen ion of the acid combined with hydroxide ion of the base and will form water. Double water जोड़े. This is called neutralization reaction. Neutralization reaction. Such reactions are also called irreversible reactions. Then alawa students, combustion reaction. Carbon when burnt in the presence of oxygen, it is converted into carbon dioxide. This is combustion reaction. Combustion. मतलब ज़माने दे a lot of examples are more. नोरम डेर शेषता मतलब unreacting products चिकले जूट शिदावम irreversibly. Precipitation reactions irreversible reaction दी. Displacement reaction irreversible reaction दी. Neutralization reaction irreversible reaction दी. Combustion reactions irreversible reaction दी. और दे सारा सारा redox reactions. Redox reactions. का फर्स्ट कमंगा ferric chloride वालू solution ferric chloride. और दागे सारा the stannous chloride reaction होकू SnCl2 in solution. दाबा ionic form की +2 -1 and this will be +3. Ferric ion will combine with chloride ion. देने में जुड़ेगी ferric chloride और plus SnCl4 stannic chloride. Stannic chloride. दाबा बिया बैलेंस को FeCl3 दे sorry दाबा जोड़े FeCl2. FeCl2 ferrous chloride में जोड़े. Ferrous chloride में जोड़ेगी. It will be multiplied by 2. 2 2s are 4 और 4 8 और दा शुड 2 और दा शुड 2 2 3 6 दाबा हम 8. This is a redox reaction. This redox reaction वही पर देखिए the iron oxidation state the +3 ना +2 तक convert reduce शो stannous ion +2 ना +4 form तलाड़ मतलब change in oxidation state अकर शो such reactions are called redox reaction. These are also the example of irreversible reaction. Shortcut खुलासा students दा शो चे redox reactions कम reactions की चे unreacted product जुड़ शी precipitation reactions, displacement reaction, neutralization reaction, and combustion reaction are the examples of irreversible chemical reactions. और नोरम डेर के देश. Second type chemical reaction students कम चे दे चैप्टर बुनियाद पदे बाने दे आगे था रिवर्सिबल रिएक्शंस हुई. रिवर्सिबल केमिकल रिएक्शन. Those chemical reactions which proceed in the forward as well as in the reverse or backward directions simultaneously means at the same time. Simultaneously are called under the same conditions are called reversible reactions. Other chemical reactions other chemical reaction chaga for similar conditions bani फॉरवर्ड डायरेक्शन के प्रोडक्ट्स जोड़ई खो प्रोडक्ट्स दुमरा स्टेबल नहीं मतलब अनस्टेबली पर दगा कंडीशंस पर अप्लाइड कंडीशंस बानी पर की बॉन्ड ब्रेक कीगी वापस अगर प्रोडक्ट्स रिएक्शंस तक कन्वर्ट कीगी पर द्वान साइड तक प्रोसीडिंग कई फॉरवर्ड डायरेक्शन तमजी रिवर्स तमराजी such chemical reactions are called reversible chemical reactions. Those chemical reactions in which reactants are converted into products. Reactants are converted into products. And the products are converted back into reactants under similar conditions of temperature and pressure, under similar applied conditions are known as reversible chemical reactions. They are reversible chemical reactions. Reversible chemical reactions are represented by characters by these are represented by single-headed double arrows. This symbol represent की the मतलब दारे reversible chemical reactions are composed of two reactions. यो forward reaction दे पागी की reactants in the forward direction products तक convert की और द्वेम reverse reaction दे reverse पागी की products वापस reactants तक convert की नदी मतलब दारे चिदा the दो chemical reaction मजमुआ दा देना अलावा बल character इदारे ची these are two directional reactions bi-directional chemical reactions. दादा से chemical reactions दी चिदा दो direction तक proceeding कई bi-directional irreversible unidirectional दा bi-directional दी बल पे किदा character दे चिदे never go to completion दबा complete की ना until the conditions are changed तर सोपोर दिया condition कि तो changes रहने वाली टेम्परेचर प्रेशर के चेंजेस रहने वाली कंसंट्रेशन के चेंजेस रहने वाली दबा ने कंप्लीट की रिएक्टेंट्स पर प्रोडक्ट्स जोड़ी प्रोडक्ट्स पर वापस रिएक्शंस तक कन्वर्ट की एंड दे विल नेवर गो टू कंप्लीशन अनलेस द कंडीशंस ऑफ द रिएक्शन आर चेंज्ड. नेक्स्ट कैरेक्टर द इक्विलिब्रियम स्टेट इज एस्टेब्लिश्ड. इक्विलिब्रियम स्टेट इज एस्टेब्लिश्ड. पर रिवर्सिबल केमिकल रिएक्शंस के बाद इक्विलिब्रियम एस्टेब्लिश की. इक्विलिब्रियम स्टेट डिफाइन करो लेटर ऑन व्हाट इज इक्विलिब्रियम स्टेट. These chemical reactions can be endothermic as well as exothermic. देखिए दासिम की देशी चे फॉरवर्ड रिएक्शन फर्स्ट का एक्सोथर्मिक दे रिवर्स बा एंडोथर्मिक की मतलब दोनों की देशी देखिए जो केमिकल रिएक्शन हो वही हमारे प्रोसेस था चाहे कि ओल्ड बॉन्ड ब्रेकिंग न्यू बॉन्ड फॉर्मेशन की. ओल्ड बॉन्ड ब्रेकिंग दौरान की रिएक्शन एनर्जी ऐड की एब्जॉर्ब की एंडोथर्मिक. न्यू बॉन्ड फॉर्मेशन की एनर्जी रिलीज की नो एक्सोथर्मिक. नो दे कैन बी एंडोथर्मिक एंड एक्सोथर्मिक. एंडोथर्मिक प्लस एक्सोथर्मिक they can be both. But a property closed container they can be obtained. This reversibility can be attained in closed container. Container ba close depend kay again पर nature of substances बानी कि gases दी ने बिया को अगर container ना बाहर तक escape कीगी the escaping ना बच के दो रपारा the container will be closed. ची कम गैसेस दी कम वेपर्स दी अगर बाहर तलाड़ नशी कि बाहर तलाड़ शी वापस अगर नाराजी और बिया प्रोडक्ट्स न कन्वर्ट कीगी नो बिया ती रिवर्सिबिलिटी खत्मीगी नो क्लोज कंटेनर हम यो जरूरी है. नेक्स्ट दे कैरेक्टर दारे चिपदी की रिएक्टेंट्स एंड प्रोडक्ट्स बोथ आर रिएक्टिव. बोथ रिएक्टेंट्स एंड प्रोडक्ट्स आर रिएक्टिव. दोनों रिएक्टिव रिएक्टेंट्स रिएक्शन कई प्रोडक्ट्स जोड़ई और प्रोडक्ट्स हम रिएक्टिविटी अंडर सिमिलर कंडीशन अगर वापस रिएक्टेंट्स जोड़ई नो बोथ आर इक्वली रिएक्टिव और पर इरिवर्सिबल की प्रोडक्ट्स जोड़ी दल हो स्टेबल स्टेट बहु. बल कैरेक्टर दे रफारदार स्टूडेंट्स चे रिवर्सिबल केमिकल रिएक्शंस आर इंडिपेंडेंट ऑफ डायरेक्शन. इंडिपेंडेंट ऑफ डायरेक्शन पर डायरेक्शन माने डिपेंड न कई मतलब दार है कतो रिएक्टेंट्स वाले लागे ना प्रोडक्ट्स जोड़ के प्रोडक्ट्स पर रिएक्टेंट्स तक कन्वर्ट की वो कतर देना स्टार्ट वाली नो दब ब्रेक की डिकम्पोज की दब जोड़ी दब वापस पर सिमिलर कंडीशन अगर जोड़ी नो चिदा कम डायरेक्शन ना तो स्टार्ट के पर डायरेक्शन बानी बदा डिपेंड न कई whether you take the reactant first or the product first. These were some of the characteristics and some conditions for reversible chemical reaction. Now going towards example. Examples of reversible chemical reactions. Examples. Example की first one example acetic acid CH3COOH liquid form की plus ethyl alcohol C2H5OH liquid state. In the forward direction ethyl acetate जुड़ेगी CH3 COO C2H5 in liquid state plus water in liquid state. In the reverse direction and under the same condition, ethyl acetate combine with water and form ethyl alcohol and acetic acid again. This is acetic acid. Acetic acid. This one is ethyl alcohol. Ethyl alcohol. This one is ethyl acetate. Ester de ethyl acetate. And this one is water. This is one example of the reversible chemical reaction. Example number 2. Second example musara hydrogen gas, iodine in vapor state combine and form hydrogen iodide in the forward direction. Under the same conditions, hydrogen iodide molecule decomposes and form again their respective reactants hydrogen and iodine. This is another example of the reversible chemical reaction. Example number 3. Nitrogen gas when combined with hydrogen gas. It form ammonia in gaseous state, and under the same condition, similar condition, ammonia molecule break, decomposes and form again hydrogen and nitrogen. Balance Bakuda. This is another example of reversible chemical reactions. Example number 4. Nitrogen gas when combined with oxygen gas, it form nitric oxide gas in the forward direction, and in the reverse direction nitric oxide decomposes and form again nitrogen and oxygen, and this is another example of reversible chemical reactions. Example number 5. Sulfur dioxide gas when combined with oxygen gas under high pressure, it form sulfur trioxide gas in the forward direction. Sulfur trioxide gas decomposes again and form sulfur dioxide and oxygen again. These are the examples of reversible chemical reactions. दाहुम gaseous state की, दाहुम पर gaseous state की, और दाहुम पर gaseous state की. Next example, students. Another example is नोरम डेर example is दी और अगर example के iron चिकल steam मंग पास को द iron ना दागेना iron oxide जुड़ीगी hydrogen gas जुड़ीगी. When steam is passed over red hot iron, steam मतलब water vapors having temperature more than 100 degrees C. Iron combine की oxygen of water सरा Fe3O4 in the solid state of plus hydrogen in gaseous state. 3 and 3. This is also a reversible chemical reaction. Another example is that of calcium carbonate. When heated, it decomposes into calcium oxide in solid state and carbon dioxide in the gaseous state. This is another example of a reversible chemical reaction. Students, دا زموږ سره د reversible chemical reaction examples. کله چې chemical reaction reversibly reactants products جوړي products واپس reactants جوړي complete کیږي نه اخیره کې د کې یو equilibrium state exist شي خو دغه equilibrium ته وسوي dynamic equilibrium ځکه چې still forward and reverse reaction چې دي هغه دواړه on دي او stop شوي نه دي نو this state will be known as dynamic equilibrium. Dynamic equilibrium state. Dynamic equilibrium. Dynamic متحرك. उसम शुरू दे process शुरू दे. A situation during which two opposite forces occur at equal rates is known as dynamic equilibrium. Thus use halat, thus use situation چې پاږي کې دوا opposite process forward process reverse process په same rate په same speed باندې occur کیږي نو this is known as dynamic equilibrium. The dynamic equilibrium the chemicals په منځ کې obtained شو نو this is dynamic chemical equilibrium. These were all about the reversible and irreversible chemical reaction and their examples. Dear students, next منګه د equilibrium state چې کله exist کیږي نو دا د physical material په منځ کې هم کیږي او chemicals په منځ کې هم کیږي نو کې equilibrium state physical equilibrium همي equilibrium may be physical or it may be chemical. یو chemical equilibrium یو physical equilibrium کله چې د same chemical species په منځ کې equilibrium state exist it exists physical equilibrium exist always between two similar या same nature of chemical species. That's a chemical species which is again nature same between same chemical species. Simply this meaning issue it exists between same chemical species. Chemical species same different nahi. او داغي په منځ کې equilibrium exist شي نو هغه ته موږ بیا physical equilibrium وایو. هغه physical equilibrium زموږ سره کې دی شي د solid او liquid په منځ کې solid and liquid یو material دی داغي solid state او liquid state same nature والا دی for example water یا ice نه start منګوالو example number 1 ice is in solid state water is in liquid state nature same day same material day or temperature 0 degree C. This 0 degree C is known as transition temperature, the temperature at which the two states of a substance coexist. The temperature at which above and below only one state can exist is known as transition temperature. For 0 degree C bani ice convert kigi water ta, water convert kigi ice ta because melting point of ice is 0 degree C and freezing point of water is also 0 degree C. Now the equilibrium physical equilibrium there. This is the type of physical equilibrium. Example number 2. Liquid gas pamans ki hum kedeshi. Liquid and gas. Equilibrium state the liquid of the gas. या द लिक्विड और द वेपर्स परफॉर्मेंस की, मतलब सेम मटेरियल फॉर एग्जांपल वाटर H2O, it is in liquid state, and water vapors, water in gaseous state. The दे परफॉर्मेंस की हम इक्विलिब्रियम की देश कल जब हम क्लोज कंटेनर की वाटर वालू क्लोज कंटेनर डायग्रामेटिक रिप्रेजेंटेशन दागे को फर्ज करूंगा यो क्लोज कंटेनर वालू देखिए वाटर वालू और द क्लोज को evaporation takes place at any temperature, even at 0 degree C. हो rate based lui water molecule random motion की दी every time the ion सर collision कई. During this collision, kinetic energy of some molecule decreases and that of the other increases. The कम molecule की kinetic energy ज़्यादा शीदे comes onto the top surface, top तरश बिया कोलिजन कई बिया काइनेटिक एनर्जी सेवा की आखिर की काइनेटिक एनर्जी दुमर ज़्यादा शी चे एंटर मॉलिक्यूलर अट्रैक्टिव फोर्स या हाइड्रोजन बॉन्डिंग ब्रेक शी चे ब्रेक शी नो वाटर मॉलिक्यूल्स इवापोरेशन शुरू की इवापोरेशन द प्रोसेस ऑफ automatic conversion या the process of spontaneous conversion of a liquid into its vapor state is known as evaporation. कम above area चिदा अगा पिलशी द वेपर्स ना वेपर्स दगलते एक्युमुलेट कीगी जमा कीगी वेपर्स काइनेटिक एनर्जी सेवाई अल्टीम खपलमंस की कोलिजन कई ड्यूरिंग कोलिजन द सब वेपर्स मॉलिक्यूल काइनेटिक एनर्जी कमशी द सागा फर्दर इंक्रीज द चाहे ची कमशी वापस अगा कंडेंसेशन शुरू की और बेर तराजी खपल लिक्विड सरफेस ज्वाइन कई दिस इज नोन एज कंडेंसेशन द कन्वर्जन ऑफ vapors back into liquid state by decreasing temperature is known as condensation. Now, अवल की evaporation शुरू हो दे with the passage of time evaporation rate बा speed up कीगी. So time बाद बस slow down शी. बिया व condensation शुरू शी with the passage of time बदागी अगर speed सेवा कीगी. At last, a rate of evaporation becomes equal to the rate of condensation. A rate of evaporation becomes equal to a rate of condensation. That one rates speeds oceans. This state is known as equilibrium state. So the process but still continues. Evaporation बम शुरू हुई, condensation बम शुरू हुई, सिर्फ दागी speed ocean शो, रफ्तार ocean शो. मतलब सो पर यो मिनट के 10 water molecule vaporize कीगी, evaporate कीगी. पता कि यो मिनट के 10 वेपर्स वापस कंडेंस कीगी बैक इनटू लिक्विड स्टेट स्पीड योशान शो नो चिकल द दो अपोजिंग प्रोसेस स्पीड योशान शी रफ्तार योशान शी और पर अकर कीगी पर इक्वल रेट्स माने नो दगे तमंग डायनामिक इक्विलिब्रियम वायु मतलब दारे ची द लिक्विड और दागी द वेपर्स परफॉर्मेंस की द लिक्विड और द गैस या द वेपर्स परफॉर्मेंस की इक्विलिब्रियम स्टेट एग्जिस्ट की देश नो लिक्विड और वो सारा सॉलिड और लिक्विड ये भी एग्जांपल लिक्विड और लिक्विड बल एग्जांपल सॉलिड एंड गैस परफॉर्मेंस की हम की दिश फर्स्ट वन एग्जांपल मूंगा सॉलिड एंड लिक्विड आइस एंड वाटर एग्जांपल मूंगो आयो द्विम नंबर एग्जांपल लिक्विड एंड वेपर्स या गैस वाटर और वाटर वेपर एग्जांपल मूंगो आयो ड्रीम एग्जांपल सॉलिड एंड वेपर्स या गैस देखें के देश एग्जांपल से के देश स्टूडेंट्स एग्जांपल कैन बी दैट ऑफ आयोडीन सॉलिड स्टेट की दचमंग हीट को नुप हीट बानी दा सबलाइन की गई डायरेक्ट कन्वर्ट की गई इनटू वेपर स्टेट बाय पासिंग द लिक्विड स्टेट आयोडीन एंड वेपर्स फॉर्म सॉलिड आयोडीन कन्वर्ट की गई गैसियस आयोडीन था गैसियस आयोडीन वापस कन्वर्ट की गई डिपॉजिट की गई और द जोड़ी सॉलिड आयोडीन नो द सॉलिड और द वेपर्स परफॉर्मेंस की होम इक्विलिब्रियम एग्जिस्ट की देश फोर्थ पॉसिबिलिटी सॉलिड एंड सॉल्यूशन द दे परफॉर्मेंस की होम इक्विलिब्रियम एग्जिस्ट की देश सॉलिड एंड सॉल्यूशन के एग्जांपल मक्सागस स्टूडेंट्स शुगर एंड शुगर सॉल्यूशन शुगर in solid state. Water te add ku, solution jod ku, sugar solution jod, saturated solution, sugar solution saturated, sugar solution. Basically untouched manga solution कीदू न दागा extra sugar वापस राजी deposit कीगी और solid sugar जोड़ाई solid sugar dissolve कीगी solution तजी और the solution ना extra sugar राजी वापस solid जोड़ाई न दे पमल की हम equilibrium state exist की देश. This was all about their type of physical equilibrium state. Next, chemical equilibrium state. Chemical equilibrium state students मक्के जी सुमरा examples मंगा उवेल अगर टोल example पर chemical equilibrium state की दी. Equilibrium state define को students equilibrium state. The state of a reversible chemical reaction, the chemical equilibrium however physical way show. Chemical equilibrium state. Chemical equilibrium state. The chemical permanence equilibrium exists. The state of a reversible chemical a reaction during which the rate of forward a reaction becomes equal to the rate of a reverse or backward a reaction is known as chemical equilibrium state. The chemical permanence की chemical equilibrium exist कीगी नो दाबा reversible reaction बा खामा खाई. No the state of a reversible reaction, the state of a reversible chemical reaction, यो chemical reaction by इको reversible by, during which the rate of forward reaction becomes equal to the rate of reverse reaction is called chemical equilibrium state. Students, chemical equilibrium states दो किस्म की देश. यो equilibrium state चिकरे the chemical permanence की exist ची और toll reacting species पर same physical state की. Toll gases, toll solid, toll liquid. दगे तो homogeneous chemical equilibrium state वही. और चिकला when all the reactant substances are not present in the same physical state. Some are in the solid state while other on liquid in liquid or gaseous state. Mix form की physical states different ही आगे तो बिया heterogeneous equilibrium हुई. नो पर दे बेस पानी the species the physical state पर बेस पानी there are two types of chemical equilibrium states. First one is a homogeneous chemical equilibrium. Homogeneous. Homo means same. Homo means same. Genus means species. चे physical state दागा species homo ही same ही. Dear example मखे discuss to students. ये example दुआ revise को. Acetic acid. कम state की पर room temperature and pressure liquid. Ethyl alcohol C2H5OH. कम physical state ही liquid. In the forward direction it form ethyl acetate CH3COO C2H5 कम physical state दे liquid. बल से जुड़ेगी water कम physical state दे liquid. Equilibrium exists. But the equilibrium state के students all the reacting species are in the same physical state मतलब liquid state की दी. ना टोल पर liquid state की दी. No the chemical equilibrium दे. So this is the example of homogeneous chemical equilibrium. Gas is the example all students. Common most example mung sarade nitrogen gas when combined with hydrogen gas it form ammonia gas. ammonia gas jodi. Now, students, this is also the example of homogeneous chemical equilibrium. Nitrogen is in gaseous state, hydrogen is in gaseous state, ammonia is in gaseous state. When all the chemical species are present in the same physical state, such type of equilibrium state is known as homogeneous chemical equilibrium. The students homogeneous chemical equilibrium way tasu the bal example nitrogen or oxygen huma gaste. Third one, yeah, sulfur dioxide the gaseous state ki oxygen gas de sara combine ki then judi in the forward direction sulfur trioxide physical state gas. In the reverse direction वापस sulfur dioxide और oxygen जोड़ेगी. All the reacting substances are in the same physical state. All are present in gaseous state. SO2, oxygen, sulfur trioxide, all these are gases. This type of equilibrium is known as homogeneous chemical equilibrium. And the second type is that of heterogeneous chemical equilibrium. Hetero means different. Heterogeneous chemical equilibrium state. Students, the word hetero or hetero means different. Genus means species. Chikale chemical species but different physical states ki. Different physical states ki. When all the chemical species are not in the same physical state and equilibrium state exists, this type of equilibrium state is known as heterogeneous chemical equilibrium state. For example, revision the example, iron mungwalu, a red hot solid form ki, plus water vapors, iron cold water se reaction na kai students. Water by vapors form ki. Iron pick up oxygen of water and is converted into magnetic oxide of iron, which is in solid state. Hydrogen gas is released, physical state gas. Balance ko students. The equilibrium state ta students ta so ugorai. But dekhe all the chemical species are not in the same physical state. Iron is in solid state. Iron oxide, magnetic oxide of iron, Fe3O4 is also in solid state. While water is in gaseous state, vapor form. Hydrogen is in gaseous state. Mixed form ki di, total chemical species per same physical state ki nidi. This is the example of heterogeneous chemical equilibrium. Another example, this was first one, this is the second one. Second one, calcium carbonate in solid state when heated. It decomposes and forms calcium oxide in solid state and carbon dioxide gas is released. Students, the example do go rahi. But the example ki mungsara, all chemical species are not in the same physical state. Some are in solid state, some are in gaseous state. Calcium carbonate is in solid form. Calcium oxide is in solid state and carbon dioxide is in gaseous state. This type of chemical equilibrium is known as heterogeneous chemical equilibrium. So these were all about chemical equilibrium, dynamic chemical equilibrium, physical equilibrium states, chemical equilibrium states, reversible chemical reactions, irreversible chemical reactions, homogeneous chemical equilibrium, and heterogeneous chemical equilibrium. Next, students, graphical representation. It is sufficient for today. In the next session, we will discuss the graphical representation of equilibrium state and conditions necessary for equilibrium state. That's all. Thank you for watching.